Hello and welcome to Wednesday.
Hold on 1 minute.
What are you two doing? Right, let's...
Kick him out.
Kick him out. Right, okay. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. Today we're looking at the story of...
Is it the Garden of Eden?
That's right, it's the story of Adam and Eve and the snake in the Garden of Eden. So why don't you take a look at the puppets and the story.
Oi, Jeff, we're doing the story. Come and look.
One day, way back on the first pages of the book of Genesis, there lived a boy and a girl. The boy was called Adam and the girl was called Eve, and they lived happily in the garden that God had created for them.
Eve, do you want to come and see what I found? It's got 4 legs like an otter, a beak like a duck, and a tail like a beaver.
Don't be silly. God would never make anything like that.
Well, he has, and I'm going to call it a platypus.
A platypus? That's not even a proper word. Can't you find something better to do with your time than just finding animals and giving them silly names?
But they're not silly.
Well, what about a hippopotamus? That's a bit silly. And an aardvark. What kind of name is that? An ocelot.
All right, you've made your point. Now, what's for tea?
What do I always have to sort out what's for tea?
Well, I'm busy naming all these animals, aren't I?
Oh, all right then. Last night we had peach pancakes, and the night before we had banana fritters, and the night before we had apple crumble. We tried nearly every fruit there is in the garden. Hold on, what's that tree over there?
When God put Adam in the garden, he told him he could eat the fruit from any tree in the garden, all except one tree, and that tree was the tree of good and evil. And God warned Adam that if he ate the fruit from that tree, he would die.
No, we can't eat any of that fruit of that tree because God said if we did, we would surely die.
Oh, okay then. Looks like it'll be peach pancakes tonight then.
The next day, while Adam was off naming some more animals, Eve was wandering alone in the garden when she spotted something sitting in one of the trees.
What are you?
My name is Satan, and I'm a snake.
Your name is Satan and you're a snake?
Yes, that's right. It's rather unfortunate that I should be a snake called Satan when I have this terrible lisp.
I think that must have been Adam having a bit of a joke.
Yes, I'm sure it's really amusing.
What are you doing in that tree anyway?
What? This tree? Oh, nothing. I was just admiring its fruit.
I think Adam said we should not eat this fruit or we would die.
Oh, don't be silly. Surely you won't die. Fruit is good for you. Didn't you know that?
Well, I don't know, but the fruit really does look nice. I'm fed up with peach pancakes and banana fritters. It would be nice to have something a bit different.
Well, why don't you try some? It really is very good for you. And if you eat it, you will be wiser than you could ever imagine.
So Eve couldn't resist. She reached up her hand, grabbed one of the fruits, and pulled it off the tree.
Oh, that is so good. That is the best fruit I have ever tasted.
I told you so.
When Adam came back from naming the white-bellied go-away bird, and the pangolin, and the spiny lumpsucker, Eve was really excited to tell him about her day.
Hi Eve, have you had a good day?
Oh yes, and I have a treat for you. Wait till you see what we've got for tea tonight.
That was a great story. Well done, you guys. Fantastic job with the story of the snake and the garden. Now, that story reminds me of a game that I used to like playing called Animal Consequences. Hands up if you've played Animal Consequences before. Great. Animal Consequences is a game that you can play if there's just two of you, or you can play it as a whole family. So we're going to show you how to play. So the game of Animal Consequences is something that you can do as two or as the whole family. And the first thing you need a sheet of A4 paper, and you need to fold it in half and then fold it in half again so that you have 4 lines on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 sections of your sheet of paper. That's it. Open it out. Now Noah's done it long ways, I've done it the other way, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the first thing you do is on this top section here, you draw the head of an animal or a bird. Okay, don't let the other person see what you're drawing, but just draw the head of an animal or bird. All right, and then when you've done that, fold it over so they can't see what you've done, but leave a little bit so they can see where the neck of your animal or bird is. So that's fold it over. And then if you've got more than 4 of you, you can pass it round to the left. If it's just 2 of you, you can just swap over. So swap your pieces of paper over. And then the next person draws the body of an animal or a bird that joins on with the neck that they can see. So draw the body of an animal or bird. And then again, fold it over so that you can just see the bottom of the bit that you've drawn. Okay, so there you can just see the 2 bits where the bottom of the body is. Okay, and pass it across again. And then the next person is going to draw the legs. So they've got to draw the legs of a bird or an animal onto the body. Don't draw the feet, just draw the legs, and then fold it over so the person can see the bottom of the 2 legs that you've drawn. Right. There we go. And then what you're going to do is the last thing you draw is the feet of an animal or a bird onto the legs. And then fold it over again and pass it back to the person. And then what you can do is that you can reveal your creation.
We've done the same feet.
Okay, so if you can see there,
What is this?
we've got the head of a duck, we've got the body of a bird, we've got the legs of a jellyfish, and then we've got the feet of a duck. And Noah's got the head of a bird, he's got the back end of a pig, 2 legs, and then some duck feet. So what you have to do then is you have to come up with a name for your animal that's been created. A bit like Adam in the story. Try and come up with a name for the animal that you've created. I think this might be a bird octoduck. A bird octoduck. A bird octoduck.
I'm going to call mine a picketup.
A picket up.
A pigetus.
A pigetus. Right. Write that down on there then. A pigetus. So there's our bird octoduck and Noah's pigetus. Have a go at playing with the rest of your family, either in 2s or in the whole family get together. It will test out your artistic skills, but it's also good fun trying to name the animals that you create too. That's great. We've had great fun doing those funny animals, haven't we?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good. Well, if you want some more stuff to do, you can download our activity sheet from the St George's URC Morpeth Facebook page, where you can download the sheet. You can colour in Adam and Eve and the snake there, and you can have a go at unsolving the puzzle that's on the page there. So have a go at downloading the sheet and have a go colouring in that page as well. Why don't you take a photo of the animals that you create during your animal consequences and send them to us, and then next time we do our video we can put them up so everybody can see the animals that you've created. And don't forget to tell us what the name of your animal that you've created is, because I think that's the funniest thing about it. Okay, so we shall see you again on Saturday. Have a good day, enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you at the weekend. Bye.
Bye. Picketus.